Where are the player scores? I would love to modify the player scores. There we go. Right, starting off on small, Battlefield's gonna be Link versus Peach, itoku versus Sigh. I mean, from playing with Sigh, he's very well experienced playing Peach against zoners. I mean, he played me, and I think I did a phenomenal job playing against me. So I have no doubts in him kind of having the patience to wait out the projectiles that Itoku's going to be throwing out and find the hits that he needs to, and that's exactly what's been happening. Itoku's kind of just been stuck in the corner. Projectiles have not done very much, and Sigh has just found big hit after big hit. Some good chip damage here for Itoku. So that's going to find his way back in. Good back air, just catching the shield drop. A little bit higher to avoid the boomerang. It's not going to work out. The way back is going to snag him. Oh, good wait there. The bomb just pressuring the shield just enough for Itoku to get that grab there. Ooh, let's do it. Oh, the boomerang again. Interrupting Sigh, giving Itoku just the chance he needs to find the hit, and there's that up smash out of shield. Finding the first stock. Good grab and from off stage. Now, turnip's gonna go up, bomb space him right back onto stage. Good recovery. That's the nice thing about having kind of a recovery that can avoid the ledge. If you're like, I mean, Link's good at it, Snake's good at it, going high, Rob can do it too, to a certain extent. I think Steve often do it. That's gonna be just a lot of damage for Itoku. And who else can kind of just avoid ledge? I'm trying to think. Plenty of characters, I'm sure. But that being said, it is a rare occurrence for a lot of characters, and it is really strong to have that option. Gonna make it back just barely, but Sigh catching the roll in with back air. Good stuff. Percents are even, stocks are too. I thought, for some reason, I thought it was a stock up. Have not been paying attention, friends. That was the dot eyes gonna get thrown right off stage. Smiling all the way to its death. Not gonna find the grab. Sigh only finding a down tilt, no follow up. Trying to pressure the shield and going to find that big hit. Stealing a little bit of the forward air, but again, finding stage, finding ledge, trying to get some turnips things, catching the jump with forward air. It's not going to be enough, too stale. And there's that bomb recovery again, going high with it. And the forward air does so much. Not quite enough to kill there, though, and there's that bomb on the way. Sigh taking his time here in the corner, just going to stay there, trying to side B back in. It's not going to work. The bomb's good, nice. Another grab, and Sigh is still stuck in the corner, friends. Oh, I love that little bomb kind of jolt off the side of the stage to get it to go. Very interesting angle. Good grab. Throw. Not quite enough at these percents to find the stock with it. Good damage though, and there's that forward air. Absolutely will kill here with basically what's equivalent to max rage on Sigh. But max rage means you're at a pretty freaking high percent, and pretty freaking high percent means you die to bomb. Good turnip combos here, 45%, not too shabby. Nothing crazy in there. There's going to be a forwarder, yeah, even more out of this turnip. And again, interrupting the recovery. Yikes. Sigh putting on a show there for us. I don't think that will never not be funny. Commentators. Oh, there's no player cams? That stinks. I can finesse something, friends. I can finesse something for y'all. Give me a second. There we go. The two lovely gentlemen in the back on the left. Alrighty, back to it. Talos, I actually considered going in here against Sigh a few times. I think it's a really good stage for Villager in most matchups. I don't know with the way he's playing if it'll actually be beneficial. I think Link does much better on it than Villager does, so I'm interested to see how this works out for Itoku. I think it is a good stage pick. I wonder what the bans were. Side. Just gonna sit up high, try to avoid everything Itoku has, run out his claw. not the clock, but kind of just the internal clock of when stuff's getting thrown out, and that just is going to last long enough to beat the spot dodge. Setting up bomb, not quite high enough. Sigh is taking his time, and itoku gets greedy for it. Very scary. I mean, Peach can kind of just sit up there for a really long time, and Sigh's really tricky about when he comes back down a stage. Really good at reacting to when you kind of overstay your welcome or overcommit up in the air, and punishing you really hard for it. Good wait, that's going to be Boomerang coming back. It's going to hit. Just a little extra damage, but Sigh's still holding on to his stock somehow. 150. I don't know for how much longer. Very good recovery, avoiding the bomb. There's another grab that's going to be an up throw here. No forward throw. It's not going to kill yet, so yeah, avoiding the bomb. Very good. Recovering, taking his time with Parasol. That's a bomb. Rolling in, grabs the bomb. Up throw here for sure. Yeah. Now again, Sigh looking for the toad. It's not going to work out for me. itoku finding a few hits. Side 2, kind of just scrapping hit for hit here. Nothing too crazy. That there being a lot of work for itoku. There you go. Back here, sending him off stage. Sigh's going to go high. The turnip just barely catching him off stage and looking for something, but it's not going to find it. Roll in. You can't do that. Sigh's always ready for it. itoku will force his way back onto stage there with just that soft hit in air. 140 here he's got to find a miracle, adding to it with that bomb recovery. Speaking of bomb, sending it out for some neutral. Sigh being very patient with this turnip. That Boomerang's coming back. He's got to watch out for it. He doesn't. Hits him again. Another bomb recovery. 173 now. Peach definitely has kill moves. She kind of needs to get closer, though, if she wants them to come into any fruition. So Sigh's going to be very careful about how he decides to approach here. Good parry. Unfortunately, not going to do it. And itoku just using all this rage that he's built up to do more and more damage, more and more knockback, put himself into really advantageous positions. Actually, chat, tell me this, because I think I had this conversation with somebody else the other day. Does rage only affect the knockback you give, or does it also affect the damage you give? Because I'm fairly certain it also affects the damage you give out, not just the knockback. Oh my goodness. But the person I was playing with was convinced that it was only the knockback. And I honestly, they could have been right, and I didn't even bother Googling it. Very high percentage with these players, and that Nair, surprisingly enough, is going to find it mid-stage of all places, and way too greedy overextending there. itoku. Sigh's got some tangibility there coming back down. Invincibility, I think, technically, because move's still playing. So much damage. Sigh just having control of this bomb. Let's see what he can do with it. I'm actually curious. It's definitely, like, the turnips do, like, you know, like 5-10 damage there when they hit, and they add a lot to your combos. The bomb doesn't do nearly as much, kind of just hitting you for like a few percent of the time. It's definitely not as good of an item, but denying itoku from having it, I think, is pretty strong. Very patient here. There's it up here, but again, not watching out for the Boomerang. Comes on back. There's that bomb. Watching out for it at that time, though. Really clanking with the turnip. That's going to cost him his advantage state. Now he's stuck there. Sigh trying to catch this on his way back down, but itoku finds it. Oh, goodness. Gotta be very careful in the corner here as the Boomerang comes on back, but he makes it back. Another Boomerang coming on back. It's just very small. itoku here, putting a lot of pressure on. And there again, catching Boomerang on the way back. Sigh has got to be careful. It's so funny. Holo Bastion will be the pick. I think Sigh's pretty comfortable here. He was not at all opposed to me taking him there. I felt like he was pretty comfortable there, so we'll see how this works out. I think monoplats tend to be kind of meh for Link, so it is what it is.
3, 2, 1,
Alright.
go!
Game 3 now. I always forget that Link hits that extra kind of bonus to his smash attacks at 0%. He gets that little kind of blades. Wool blade beans. Cutie. Not gonna have them anymore, no. Sigh doing stuff with the bomb here. Throws it? Oh my god. I mean, the nice part about it is it does like no knockback and just puts you in hit stun. And So Sigh actually making really great use of the bomb there. I mean, we expect like nothing less than from Sigh, just because of how prompt or how proficient he is at item play. With, I mean, the amount of combos he's learned, and especially with the amount of turnip play that he's had to learn playing Peach. But still really impressive. And there's that bomb, just gonna barely avoid it. I said it'd be super negative on shield, but pretty strong when it hits. Also very fast. In frame 7, I was looking it up, link up Yeti shields, so like blazingly fast move, and at higher percents you really don't want to be hitting link shields because it'll just take you off the side. Sigh about to lap itoku in terms of percent. He's got to find an answer here. And that was a stitch. Going to do a lot of damage with it. It goes away, luckily enough for itoku. That side B sending him way off stage. Throwing it up, and there's that just up B barely making him back to the ledge here. And he's going to wait. Looking for the forward air. Sigh just barely dodging it. Oh my god. And Sigh always in the corner, kind of setting up for turnip pressure at ledge, and then kind of setting himself up way high, so he's able to come down pressure if he needs to, but kind of just out of reach for anything that itoku can throw out from ledge. Super smart. Oh my god. Jesus. Did you win? Did I win into that voice, into the Miguel O'Hara like stinger? So funny. Alrighty. So we are going to itoku's stage here. I mean, Kalos worked out pretty well for him, and looks like Sigh has not banned it, so we're just gonna go right back there. Alrighty, off to a game 4 now. itoku's stage again. It worked out for him last time, although probably wasn't as decisive as I think itoku would have liked on it. We'll see how Sigh plays it out. I think his big kind of thing he's got to avoid here is catching too many or snagging too many boomerangs on the way back, because Gables have just gotten so much value for itoku, especially on that last game on Kalos. Yeah, good stuff from itoku here. Is it good enough? From the turnip. So that's the really nice part about playing Link is, I mean, your projectiles are so varied that like if you have an item in your hand, you don't really need to throw it away because how useful Boomerang is. And I mean, obviously you can do like Z-drop aerials and that sort of thing, and you have really good aerials. But even on the simpler side, if you don't want to get like super technical with the game, you still have access to really good options if you're holding an item like Bomb or even Turnips. Sigh actively reclining back in his chair in shock, horror. Amazement. There's that back air picking it up. That's a stitch, so gotta be very careful now how we play, because Sigh's gonna want to keep a hold of this as long as possible, I imagine. Yeah, he's been very patient here. itoku's gotta be very careful about what openings he chooses to give Sigh. Oh, that could have been it, but itoku just jumping right out of the way. Good drift? Yeah, super tricky with that up B. itoku looking for big hits here. We see a lot of forward airs. They will definitely snag stocks in the corner now. Speaking of snagging stock, that bomb is going all way high. Just giving it to Sigh for free. For free? Not for free. We're going to need some damage along the way here. itoku finding 34, 40 now. And the bomb's out of possession. I don't know what he's doing. Here we go. Sigh going to pick up some damage. No, actually dropping the combo, and the boomerang's coming back. So be very careful. He avoids it this time. New bomb's gonna get blocked here? No, we're just gonna set up for some, again, so tricky trying to get off ledge against Link here with the boomerang coming back, hitting, snagging ledge, and I mean, just Nair being so good and applying so much pressure at ledge. Really hard to get around. People in the venue going crazy over enemies, or friendlies. No, I got no idea. There's an up smash, not gonna do it yet, but still a lot of percent on Sigh here. Gonna be very careful about what he chooses to get hit by. He's walking. Oh no, he walking. Good stuff from Itoku. Gonna find it, but the forward air on that with that much stage is not gonna do it. Gotta be a little bit closer to the corner to find it. Speaking of so, I think the forward air is definitely here. He knows we'll find it, so he's throwing them out a lot. The nair not quite. Set up for good pressure, sending that bomb way high, not down low. Good pressure here. Itoku just wanting to keep stage as much as possible, keep Sigh in the corner, set up things in the corner, do the pressure with the projectiles, and do the thing with the thing and the thing. Now Sigh's got control of this bomb here. He's going to opt to just throw it back out. Itoku doesn't have it to recover. He's going to just use his up B. All good. All is good in the world. And that forward catches the jump. Not quite. Even with max rage. Not quite going to do it. Dom, recovery, good tech. Back here looking up tilt. Anything here will do it, I think, most likely. I mean, not just kind of one of their little projectiles, but even a nair from Itoku doing it. Ooh, looking for an up B, cheeky kill, and so tricky on this landing, even avoiding the bomb on the way back down. The Toad not quite going to, what does Toad do? Like, does he just vomit? Like, does he, like, just have stinky breath? What does he do? You know, like the Peach neutral B where like she pulls out the Toad and like it gets a counter? Oh my god. Yeah, speaking of forward air. Whew. Whew. Will never not be funny. Alright, so 2-2. We're going to game 5. Good set. I mean, Sigh's just been putting kind of haymakers up today with just every player he's gone up against, so big shoutouts. Alright, so it's Sigh's pick now. He's got a little bit of an advantage here in terms of the stages. I didn't quite catch where he's going. I'm sure if Follow Bastion is open, it's probably where he's going to go. It was really, seemed like he was really comfy there. Seems a small battlefield's actually the pick. I think this is actually a pretty good link stage overall. We'll see how Sigh ends up faring on it. So far, Itoku is definitely commanding a little bit in terms of percent and kind of just how the neutral's rocking, but Sigh gonna pick up just these lovely little rainbow up airs to get things back in his favor. There's the one really kind of cute thing about Peach is all the effects on her moves. I guess other than the Toad one we were talking about, where he just like projectile vomits over her opponents. They're all like pretty cute. All the effects, little hearts and little rainbows, and her pulling out her crown and stuff. Anyways, percents, super even. Sigh's gonna find the hit. Super tricky with how he's playing with float here. Good parry. Oh, again, just a little bit too greedy with these Toads. Not really kind of catching Itoku's timing properly. He thinks he's got it, but unfortunately it's not really working out for him too much. He's gotta be very careful with this boomerang on the way back. It's gonna go high, so he's fine. Oh, and just contesting it right away. Itoku's not ready with the DI, so picked up the stock. Throw the bomb. Side just barely avoiding it with that roll. Staying high. Very patient. Itoku's looking for a forward air. We see it here and he finds it. Simple, and speaking of simple, Sigh picking up 52% just like that. No turnip needed. No siree. Speaking of damage, oh, I love that air dodge to get around the bomb. Catch. That's an up B. Gotta be very careful how he lands. And Itoku finds the hit with a bear. That's gonna be cornering. Oh, wow. Just one hit of Darren, just picking up a really wacky combo. I've never seen that before. For Bear, that is not safe. You can't do that. Oh, bomb though. Techs it, as I would expect from any Link. Good Link player, but unfortunately a little bit too far. It's got to avoid the turnip and not quite enough to get back. That up B's going to do a lot. Not quite going to kill though. Lots of pressure here. Got to be very careful. The bomb is actually going back into stage, so pretty fortunate. Ooh, that dash attack could have done it, but Sigh ready with response. Nice up tilt. Again, hitting him with the bomb. Sigh's not being quite as careful about how he's navigating these projectiles right now. Still got access up. He's going to drift real slow here. And yeah, that bomb's going to find him. Fortunately, catching his jump, Toku's able to do it. Sealing off the stock with an edge guard. Now, not quite a percent lead. We are now, very much so. Parry. That's going to be down tilt. Up B, it's a solid, like, what, 30-ish percent? It's always good. Always good. 30% some advantage state. We take those. Sigh's got to find an answer here. So Toku's picking up, and again, got to be super careful of that boomerang. Coming right back around and kind of giving a Toku a free hallway pass. Definitely, Sigh's got to be so careful. Like, any really committal hit from Link here will just absolutely shred Sigh's stock. So he's got to be super careful about how he navigates projectiles, how he navigates the close quarters with Link. And he's got to find a way to put him back in the corner. This is going to be an up throw. Not quite going to be enough. The next one might, though, especially with the possibility of Sigh putting on a little bit extra rage. Oh, tries to avoid the bomb, and that's it. Slow, painful death. That's game. And yeah, Toku takes it 3-2 over Sigh. And I'm going to hop off comms because I got to go play. See you, friends.